Now, this hive is super busy, but don't let it deceive you. Actually, that pro Nook was at one of my out yards resetting their GPS. It is a VSH queen, successfully made it here, but I wanted to locate them to a different spot on my property, so I took them to an out yard a couple miles away earlier in the week, and then I just brought them home last night. And I had sat them on that box, that 10 frame, last night. I just installed them. Now you see all this traffic, and all these bees are not from that Nook. All these bees are largely from two different colonies. There was a hive sitting there, there was a 10 frame sitting there, and then there was another 5 frame Nook sitting there that had gone laying worker. I'll take pictures of all the frames that were removed from both colonies, and you'll be able to see exactly what frames look like that has gone laying worker. Both of them were swarm captures. The one on the right was captured probably about a month and a half ago, and I brought it up to a different yard to get mated. And I originally thought they had successfully gotten mated, but something happened within the last month. And by the time I inspected them earlier in the week, they had become a laying worker colony. So I may have misread, quickly glanced at them when they're out the out yard. And anyways, that needed to be corrected. And the other colony that was originally here was also a swarm capture. The bees picked a very inopportune time, probably about 4, maybe 5 weeks ago. I got a call from someone working at the hospital, and a storm was rolling in and they were clustered. And I captured what I could, and I vacuumed up what I could the next morning. But when I went back to check them, they never gave the appearance that they had a queen, and they became a laying worker colony pretty rapidly. For all we know, it could have been an abscon type situation. But in any case, what I did is I took those hives away this morning, not terribly far, probably about 50 feet. And then I shook everyone off, smoked everyone off, brushed everyone off, and I removed those boxes. And since all those bees were all flyers, they were coming back wondering what in the heck happened to our home. And they're just going to get absorbed. They're going to go to the nearest hive, which is that one there, and they're going to have to join forces. I've done this before. It works just fine. It's not the end of the world. That Nook is strong enough, plenty strong enough to protect that queen, so I'm not concerned about that. You know, there's a rumor going around that says, yeah, if you take bees away, the laying workers won't be able to fly. I'm not sure that's the case, because I can go back to where I shook them off, and I won't see anything. So I'm sure the laying worker probably do fly back here. But when they get back here, it's a strong enough colony, and if they start laying, other workers will kill them. And if they don't start laying, they just shift gears and become a forager and go out and forage again, and that's fine. No way to interview bees or check it that way. This is what I do when I encounter a laying worker type situation. It helps when you have other hives, other colonies. I don't know what the exact number is here at this location right now. This is my home yard. I want to say I have about 50-ish colonies here. So lots and lots of options. Good morning. We are roughly 24 hours since these bees have been shaken out of their hives from the queenless laying worker colonies, and now they've joined up with the 5 frame Nook. Now mind you, the 5 frame Nook was installed yesterday, so it was a brand new home for them. They were upgraded from a 5 frame to that 10 frame. And then the other 2 hives that were laying workers were removed, shaken out of their frames. A few are still kind of looking on the left side of this box because their hive was facing that way. But for the most part, by and large, they have figured out that this is their new home. Standing here watching this colony for a little bit, there's no fighting, not seeing any fighting, not seeing any dead bees on the grass in front of the hive. And I'm also seeing foragers coming back with pollen. So we'll come back, weather permitting, in about a week and check and see the progress of this colony. But all in all, this is all we need to do. And this is how we address laying worker type situations here.